Firstly, I would like to say thank you so much, Arindan sir, because you have praised so much. I think I am overwhelming, and uh, when it comes about to newspaper, British Express. So there are so much things I think you haven't noticed yet. But I'm going to say something. Then after whatever I'll say, you will surely notice that thing. So as whatever I am doing, I am going to say that thing. Okay, that's all. So suppose if you are studying Brill's Express, so as whatever I am doing, I am going to say that thing. So I have made two notebooks. So first one is for word meaning, and second one is for there is grammar sentences like present tense, past tense. They also give you so many words like ought to, current, and they will give you so much words about you, and there you will also get sentences related to those topics, those notes. Okay, so firstly, I would like to show you something. Like, look here. This is for word meaning. Okay. So if you will look there in the British Express, you will find out that they will give you in alphabetical order. If they will give you, suppose they are giving you today word starting with S, then tomorrow they may give you starting with R. So you have to notice that. I don't think anyone has noticed it. Anyone has noticed?
My God, seriously, even I haven't noticed it. Very nice.
So if you will go there and look, then you will find out they are giving an alphabetical order. Suppose, and they will most time they will give with sentences starting with S and R. uh, very few times you will get alphabets uh, instead of RNS. So I have made a group, like, look here, for S. So I used to write here, you know. Then there are, look, here are the words starting with R. Okay. So every day I wrote only 2 to 3 words, because most of the word I think you know about those words. So you have to write only those words which you don't know. Don't try to write everything, whatever giving there, because if you will write everything, then I think notes will be very less. Don't try to write everything, whatever giving there. And I have also writing, in everyday newspaper you will find out a thought in a starting page. A successful man is one who can lay a firm foundation. Like every day, you know every day you will get one thought. So I write every day one thought. Look here. So whatever you will hear, and you will also get some curiosity. So if you don't know, you can write those words also. And when it's come to grammar, then you have to make notes, like, suppose you are writing about present tense, then you have to leave 10 to 20 pages. Then you have to start past tense. Then you have to start leaving 10 to 20 days future tense, because they will repeat that thing. Today if they are giving present tense, then they can give tomorrow past tense. Then afterwards they can also repeat that, then they will give present tense also. So you have to make some, a space for that. So leave some pages uh, to make that note in manner wise, and that's all.
Okay, that's really great. Fantastic, Amandeep. And Amandeep, one more thing I would like to know from you, that the that three triple I technique or triple I technique which you have shared with me. So could you share it with them, that what should be the correct approach to read and revise the concepts so that they could retain the vocabs which they go through and use it in their speaking?
Yes. So this is not only about vocabs, grammars. It is about whatever you want to read or study. This is applicable for all those things, you know. So there is like, I triple one. You are studying something today. Suppose you are studying geography. You have studied one chapter. So you have to revise that thing instantly. Suppose you are studying grammar. So you are studying something from grammar, okay? Suppose word meaning. So if you are remembering 10 words, so after remembering, you have to revise that thing instantly. Then you have to revise after 1 day. Suppose you study today and next day you are going to study something else. So before studying something else, you have to revise the thing which you studied previous day. Okay, then the same thing you have to revise after 1 week. When you complete whatever you studied in 1 week, then when it's become 7 days, you have to for that, firstly you need to remember that you have to make a perfect routine. Without routine, you are not going to remember when it is going to your 1 day, 2 day, 1 week. You cannot going to remember that. So for that purpose, you have to make a perfect routine. Then you have to follow this mantra, I triple one. So instant, 1 day, 1 week, and 1 month. If you will follow this mantra, actually this is said in UPSC, and generally UPSC aspirants follow this mantra. So I triple one. So whatever you are studying, you have to just revise that thing instantly. Then after 1 days, then the same thing you have to revise after 1 week. After 1 week, then you have to just the same thing you have revised after 1 month. If you want to remember that thing for more than 1 year or 2 year. So if you are not lack of revision after 1 year, 2 year, everyone uh, whatever you are studying, that will get dimmed from your mind. So if you want to remember that thing, you have to follow this mantra for revision. That will be better for us.
So Amandeep, since you are going through, since the syllabus is vast when it comes to UPSC, so how could you remember the things? Like, is there, so do you follow the same approach, and have you seen any result out of it?
Yes, sir. So I studied for prelims 4 5 months ago, and before I didn't, most of the thing I didn't revise them. But even without revising, when I went to examination hall, I can remember them perfectly. That's the power of that mantra.
Oh
If
my
you will
God.
follow that, so you can remember that thing. So it happens with people generally. They learn something, uh, they generally forget after 1 month. uh, you can't expect them from they will remember after 1 year. That is totally totally absolutely wrong. If you expect something, he has a study today and you will ask the same thing after 1 year, and I don't think he is going to remember that whatever he has studied. So if you will follow that mantra, then I think you are surely going to remember that thing after 1 year.
Okay. So Amandeep, so according to you, so this approach has really helped you a lot when it comes to retaining the concepts.
Yes.
Okay, so is it applicable when it comes to getting grammatical concepts and English vocabulary?
Yeah, yeah. It is applicable for everything, not
Okay,
only grammar, not only any individual subject. Whatever you are studying a novel, so there are possibilities that you will forget after one year. So what you have studied previous, if you will study, and I think you don't need to study that seriously any novel. So
okay, Great, yeah. So yeah, sometimes when it comes to novels, so we try to get into the meaning rather than focusing on the word.
Yes,
So
yes.
according to you, Amandeep, if I ask you that, what do you think? Reading or going by words is the correct approach, or when we read something, we should understand the meaning. So according to you, what is among these two things, what is more important? Remembering the words or getting the meaning?
Sir, if you can easily get the meaning without studying, I think that is the smart work. But if you can't extract something without studying, then you have to study each and every word. So it depends upon how you can capture that thing.
Okay, and
Yes.
Amandeep, I have seen that from past 1.5 months since you are with us. So you have shown tremendous improvement when it comes to your English grammar, English speaking, and pronunciation. So do you think that if you continue, so according to you, what is more important in English speaking or going behind grammar?
So for English, there are two things you need most. So one is regular practice, and second thing, you need to speak with someone regularly. If you leave any of these two, so you are not going to keep it regular on a regular basis. So you need to practice these two things on regular basis. Whatever happens, remember that you have to talk with someone in English each and every day, at least 1 hour. And second thing, you have to practice whatever you have studied the whole day. At the end of the day, you have to study those all things.
Okay.
So that's all.
And Amandeep, for your English speaking, like in a day, how many hours do you devote in reading newspaper, in gathering the concepts, in the session? So if I accumulate all of these, so in general, on a regular basis, how many hours do you take out for, especially for this English language?
So mm, despite of I study the Hindu newspaper on regular basis, so I generally spend 1.5 hour for that.
Okay,
And you know uh, if you leave that 2 hours, I give my time to session for 1 hour, and after that 1 hour maximum for revision, whatever you tell, what is your mistakes, what's where you need to improve on. That's all.
okay. So for a minimum of 2 to 3 hours, you devote to your English. And apart from it, of course, your regular routine and subjects are there. Yeah. So my last question to you, Amandeep, before I take on the charge. So my last question is that if you really learn to speak this language fluently, what are the kind of accolades or what are the kind of aspirations that you think you might be getting help with reference to English?
Yes, sir. If honestly you will ask, how I was when I started coaching, I was
Right.
not able to speak properly. I was just humbling, hampering so much. Whenever I was speaking, I was taking so long pause. I was, I whenever you ask me something, I was like, wait, let me think, uh, like that. So I think I have only been 2 months, 2 months only, I think.
Right.
Yes. So uh, whatever I have learned, that was uh, I have just followed your approach. You said that you have to just follow me. I just followed you, and whatever you said, like just walk on that thing. You need to improve your mistakes. You have to learn something from here. Just I did the same whatever you said. I did nothing else. That's all.
Very nice. So if you continue to do like this, according to you, how many days will it, in general, I am asking this, that how many days do you think will it take you to become a confident English speaker?
So it varies on each and every people. Like if you are so much confident, then you can build your confidence within 4 to 5 months. if if you need to start from ground level, like you are not aware of grammar, tenses, so you will take some time. But if you are, I think, if your grammar is strong, so I think 5 to 6 months will be enough to learn um, fluent English.
Okay. And my last question, Amandeep, that how do you think that English is really going to help you in your final UPSC interview?
So for me, English is everything. I am from English background, and when it's come to UPSC, I've taken language, English medium as my optional mains. So if I'll not learn English, I think I'm not going to do something special, anything special there.
Okay, so it is a kind of in English we call it life or death situation for you.
Life or death situation, yeah, you can say that.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Amandeep, for coming in because he was already enjoying his one of the best teams matches, and despite he came and he shared his viewpoints, and I am really thankful to you, Amandeep, for sharing your beautiful insights, and it was a really wonderful conversation. Thank you so much, Amandeep.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you.